Alrighty, everybody, thank you for chiming in with hilarious content. We have another deck for y'all. So here we have Budget Landfall Tribal. Maybe not Tribal, but it's still Budget Landfall.
Hey.
So basically, this is a really quick deck to make. Um, I would say it's pretty good on the budget. In total, it has 8 rares. It does have 3 mythics, but the mythics are pretty important. If you don't have the Shatter Skull Smashings, I would highly recommend crafting them or just keep opening packs. As far as the rares go, if you do not have the Mammoth, you don't have to craft it. There are other 3 drops that you can put in here. If you really wanted to, you could put a Cultivate, you could put a Beanstalk Giant. The list kind of goes on for the budget build. So if you don't want to have to use 8 rare wildcards, then you don't need the Mammoth. It just helps a lot. You do need the Fabled Passage. If you don't have the Fabled Passage, please craft it. You can use it in just about every deck. Every deck that has land. Every deck that plays basic land, you can use it in. Regardless if you're playing in Historic or if you're in Standard, it doesn't necessarily matter. It's just such a good land. It was actually the first rare I crafted when I started playing back in I think April on Arena, not with Magic. Anyways, rant is over. Craft this card, please. It's really good, and it works very amazingly in the Landfall decks. But let's go ahead and quickly go through each card. We have the Hellhound, the Akum Hellhound. I think I might have mentioned him in the last video. I love this card. It's a solid 1-drop. The Landfall triggers definitely makes him like a really strong, really powerful 1-drop. If you turn 1 Hellhound, turn 2 Evolving Wilds or Fabled Passage, it's just over. It's just over. You know, it's just such a strong hit. Next we have Crash Through. Main reason why I'm playing this card is because you get your creatures to be so big often, but they get blocked, right? So they need Trample to help get the damage in. This deck doesn't run Embercleave because this is a budget build. So just keep that in mind. That's the main reason why it's not running Embercleave. Fireblade Charger. I love this card. It's awesome. There's different ways you can get them equipped. There's different ways you can increase the power once it's equipped. It's just a fantastic card. If it comes in equipped, it'll have haste. You even get some value when it dies, if it dies. Next, we're talking about Footfall Crater. Footfall Crater, it's a nice card. It's jank. I enjoy it. Gives creatures haste and trample. Mainly the reason why I would play this card is to give creatures trample. And the option of drawing 1 card as well. It helps a lot to cycle it. For our last 1-drop, we have Skyclave Pickaxe. This card really makes Landfall go bonkers, especially if you equip it to a creature that already has Landfall, which, guess what, is the majority of our creatures. We have 4, 8, 12 creatures that have Landfall. It doesn't hurt to add it onto a Rimrock Knight, and especially to a Fireblade Charger. That's the dream combo, is you equip it to a Fireblade Charger, give it haste, drop a Evolving Wilds or a Fabled Passage, get that in big to deal some mad damage. But it's a great card. This is the budget Embercleave. Doesn't give the creature first strike or trample though, or double strike. It's important to remember that. Next we have Fling. Some people will play a playset of Fling in this deck. I only play 2. I don't like the fact that it's conditional. The fact that you need to sacrifice a creature for it to activate, which means you need a creature for it to work. It's limiting. I don't really like that, but it is a good way to, just get that last bit of damage. For example, let's say you have Fling in hand, draw a Mammoth, just play the Mammoth. If you have a land in hand, play the land. It's 5/5. Can't attack with the Mammoth. You still pitch it. You can fling it to face, right? Or you have a Fireblade Charger. sacrifice it, it'll deal basically 2 damage to anything because of its trigger. Or in the event where you have Rimrock Knight, it becomes like a lightning bolt, or not lightning bolt. I'm sorry. It becomes a lightning strike. If Brushfire can't get there, you can sack it to get there. So it is versatile. I just think a 2 of is better than a playset. I don't really like the card that much, but so that's just my opinion on it. I think it's good enough though to be in the deck. For Shatter Skull Smashing, play a 3 of. You don't need to play the playset. If you do play the playset, I would understand. I'm not sure what you would cut off. Maybe 1 for Fall Craters. But other than that, 3 is a good number. It's just a really strong removal spell, and it comes in as a land, so it keeps the landfall triggers happy. Rolling Regrowth, I find it much more fun to use and cultivate. I also like it more than Beanstalk Giant, just because it's an instant speed. You can just attack and often surprise your opponents. Also has 2 landfall triggers, so it just goes bonkers if you have a Brushfire or a Hellhound or anything equipped with a pickaxe. It just goes bonkers. It's great. Next we have the Mammoth. Like I said earlier, if you don't have a playset of the Mammoth, you don't need to play it. You could easily replace this card. Just take a quick look around on the cards you do have for something that you would want to replace it with, but it's not completely essential. It's really good though in the theme for landfall, and it also comes in as a land, which keeps the landfall triggers coming. Sometimes it gets a little awkward with the double green, but we do have the mana fixing to help out. I'm not playing any of the pathways, and that's because we have 3 cards here that will fetch basic lands, and if I included playset of the pathways, then that might make things a little bit more clunkier, a little bit more awkward with less basic lands. But most importantly, I just wanted to show that you don't really need it. It's a budget deck. If I was playing a Gruul deck that was a little bit more meta, then yes, I would definitely include the pathways. I'd probably drop in Evolving Wilds if I were to do that, which I think would be still totally fine. But the Evolving Wilds, it's just a nice kick. Just a nice fetch ability. It's double land, 1 turn. And that's the deck. It's very simple, very straightforward. 1.7 average, average converted mana cost. It's a lot of fun to play. So let's go ahead and jump into some games and see what we can do. Hello everybody, we are playing Landfall. We are playing Budget Landfall. I kind of chopped a little intro. I think we are on the draw. Or on the play. I am going to go ahead and keep this. Say hello. I'm messing up all kinds of today. Jeez. Bruh. It's like English. Do you speak it right? Oh my goodness. Alrighty, so I am going to put Scatter Skull Smashing in here, I believe. I'm gonna shock it in. I'm gonna shock this bad boy in. Drop a Hellhound. Say go. Turn 2. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play a Rimrock Knight. So attack in. Say go. Turn 3. Play the Skyclave. Drop in Evolving Wilds. Yep, that should be good. We'll see what kind of interaction they have. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this bad boy in. So Hellhound, say go. Turn 2. Drop the Rimrock. Awesome. We'll see what happens. Abzan. So they could be playing Golgari. That's also possibility. They're thinking. Yeah, so turn 3 I'm gonna drop a Skyclave. Let's go like that. Oh! Whoopsies, enter. I'm gonna leave this here. I feel like they have removal. I feel like they have removal already. Okay, that might be a little too slow. At the beginning of the main pre-combat phase. That might be a little too slow. I think we got it. So drop the mountain. Let's go in and give him the good game. Hopefully he'll let us do it. Let's see, get a green source. And this is all budget, by the way. These are all budget cards. And he scoops. It's all lethal. Sorry to scoop. Can't blame him. But yeah. Alright, awesome. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, hello everybody. Looks like we are on the draw. I am going to go ahead and... So we will draw one additional card. Plus another additional card. Will that be enough to find our land? Do I want to take the chance? Maybe I should go ahead and mull this because it's most likely not worth it. We lose Hellhound, and then our hand is completely useless. Let's just go ahead and mull. I like this a little bit more. Let's go ahead and drop a knight and keep the rest. Say hello. Hello. It's a little slow, but it's okay. It'll get it done. Ah, hey. Perfect. Look at that. All you have to do is have faith in the deck. I swear, it'll always work out. Watch, this is where they kill it. Okay, Alex. Interesting, interesting. So what do we want to do here? So we could go ahead and play. Let's go play the forest. Drop a. Do we want to drop the charger? I think we do. I think we do. Okay. So they're gonna start vampiring us. Oh boy. Does that boy have lifelink? Kinda has lifelink. Is he gonna attack for 3? Attack for 4? Jeez, Savvy don't have vigilance. Jeez Louise. Alright, so here it comes. Mountain. Here comes Crash Through. And go like that. 2-5. We'll go like that. We're gonna take a big swing right now from the cleric. Whenever you gain life at the first turn, put a counter on it. To gain a counter, put a counter. Okay. Alright, so this guy's about to get big. Right, respectable. Respectable. Makes sense. Attacking for 5. No bucks. Okay. So we're gonna be taking a risk here. Crash through, pray for land. Cha-chinga! Alright, that was kinda lame, I'm sorry for saying that. Let's play that. Do some quick math here. We attack and they all have trample. This will be going in for 5-5, 6-6. Or sorry, 5-5, 7-7. This will be going in for 6-7. So 6-7, 7-7. Maybe I should have waited till after. So with right and lethal, they have to block. They'll take 4. So it's a pretty close game. I don't think they'll be attacking with the Cleric of Life Spawn. I think that'd be kind of silly. Oh boy. Who is this? Double try. Any of these have lifelink? No? Alright, well, let's go this way, I suppose. We'll just send it in that way, yeah. Uh-oh. Go to face. And for here, should I go to face? Good game. Budget Landfall! Remember, this is all budget, by the way. Alrighty, let's see here. Do I want to keep this hand? I actually don't really want to keep this hand. I'm going to keep it though, but it's too slow. Jeez Louise. This hand is so slow, oh my gosh. I guess in this defense we do play how many? We play 7 tap lands, I think. We'll do a red source. My turn.
Hey,
Oop.
that's pretty
And
good.
like just like that. It's a good hand. Interesting plays, interesting plays. Fireblade Treasure? No passage. My turn. Keeping the Fabled Passage because they might have a Stomp. They most likely have a Stomp. Alright, Giant. Wow. Probably an amazing play. He is always. Drop that. He's gonna destroy this? Assuming he's gonna destroy this. me see. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll kill him just to be safe. And we got a scoop. Alrighty.
And we say bye-bye.
That is Budget Landfall! Budget Landfall! Okay, that's pretty good. So, sorry, I just realized I was thinking a lot in my head and I wasn't really talking as I was playing. But I think that worked out pretty well. Alrighty, everybody, let's see here. Ah, man, do I want to keep? I don't really want to keep this hand. I'm going to, but drop him below. Let's see. Hopefully, I'll draw. If I draw a red mountain right now, or red Monosaurus, I would feel pretty good. Yikes! All right, drop this. So I'm not feeling too good right now, but we'll see how that goes. This son of a gun is gonna be big. It's gonna be a big guy. I'm not sure if we can win this. We're gonna try. We're gonna try to win it. We're gonna do our best. So I guarantee you that like the majority of these are cycling cards. Okay, so basically their plan here is just to buff this guy up as much as possible, I'm guessing. Wow, that guy is... They are just going at it. Okay, so we're racing. We are racing. Blocker. See how much damage they can deal this next one. Yikes. 7, 8, 9, 10. 8. I don't really want to block, but I'm going to. Oh, of course they have something like that. Okay, So they have a blocker. Not good for us. Should I take it? Alright. If he takes it, that's game. Good game. Get the fling in. Let's see. Do it to him, sack him. And I completely changed my mind about fling. It's actually a good card. I was not expecting to get there. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you for chiming in with some hilarious content. This was Budget Landfall! And we had a really good time playing today. I highly recommend crafting this deck, especially if you are a beginner. I honestly think you could use this to climb through the ranks in bronze, gold, silver, and maybe even gold. Once you get to platinum, you'll definitely have to upgrade this deck, but as a budget version, worked out pretty good. I would say you do not need to craft the mammoths. I would actually get rid of the mammoths in the budget version. This card is played in the not so budget version, and I think it works better there than it does here. The double green was just too hard to play without any dual lands, and oftentimes I was playing it as just a regular land. You could switch out the mammoth with Cultivate or with Beanstalk Giant. If we were to use Beanstalk Giant, then you could actually get rid of the Crash Through and add in an Edgewall Innkeeper instead. You'd be able to get the card draw off of Rimrock Knight and Beanstalk Giant being played. So that's also some synergies you can think about. I enjoyed Crash Through mainly because it gives both of its abilities, right? It gives creatures trample and it lets you draw a card, so it gives you that card advantage, and also lets you not worry too much if your creatures are blocked. That's also why I was playing Footfall Crater as well. The haste, the trample, and the ability to just cycle it if you don't want to enchant your land at that moment. So pretty good. All in all, I had a great time. I think ending the game with Fling, sacrificing Brushfire Elemental, was picture perfect, especially since in the beginning of the game I was talking about it during the intro, how I wasn't too sure about Fling, and I gave that exact scenario as a possibility of why you might want to include Fling in the deck. So yeah, Fling has completely won me over, and I regret ever talking smack about it. Yeah, this was the video. This was Budget Landfall. Thank you for chiming in, and I will see you all next week. Cue the outro music now. Well, I guess now that I think about it, the outro music has been playing this whole time. But cue the bass drop. Cue that right now. Yeah, bass drop, dubstep. Yeah, go music, or whatever this is playing. Whatever's playing right now. Yeah. Budget Landfall! Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell your homies. Tell your enemies. Budget Landfall. It's a thing. It's good. It's a thing. It's a thing.